Frozen shoulder has got to be the most misunderstood shoulder diagnosis on the planet, and it's not hard to understand why. See, on the one hand, people suffering from this problem have all the signs and symptoms of a serious shoulder injury. Oftentimes they can't move their arm even 1 degree in any direction. But on the other hand, when you send these folks out for imaging studies, those studies come back clear. Very often, pictures of their shoulders don't show anything, which has led some clinicians to tell people suffering from frozen shoulder that there's nothing wrong with them. And I'm here to tell you that that's absolutely not the case. Just the fact that the body is spending all of the energy that's required to lock down the muscles surrounding that joint in a process that we call splinting is evidence that something serious is going on below the surface. The thing that you have to keep in mind with a frozen shoulder is that your body feels unsafe. The only reason a splinting reaction takes place is because your body is locking the area down in an attempt to prevent further damage from being done. And so if you're going to have any hope of rehabilitating that joint and restoring range of motion, you've got to increase your body's sense of safety. Now, my favorite movement for doing this is called the wall slide, and the only thing you're going to need for this is a rolled up hand towel. Once you've got yourself a medium-sized hand towel, just roll it up as tight as you possibly can till you get something that looks like that. And then you're going to grasp that rolled towel with both hands in an overhand grip, the same way that you would if you were riding a bicycle. There should be about 1.5 to 2 fists distance between your hands. And then from there, you're going to turn and face the wall. Your feet should be positioned about hip width apart, and they should be 6 to 12 inches away from the wall when starting out. You're then going to place the rolled towel at eye level, straight out in front of you. And it's important here that only the towel is touching the wall. You want to make sure that your fingertips are not underneath there and in contact with the wall, and you don't want your palms against the wall either. Just the towel is touching. Once you've got that, you're going to lean inward by bending your elbows, and you're going to get to the point where your nose is about 1 inch away from touching that towel. Now you're loading quite a bit of weight into your hands and into the wall here, which helps activate the stabilizers at your shoulder. And then even for people with a severe frozen shoulder, you should find that as you're leaning in and putting pressure on the wall, you're able to slowly slide that towel up the wall. The key here is maintaining the forward lean. If you start straightening out, you're going to have a problem. But by staying forward, you should be able to slowly slide the arms up the wall. And it's important that you only go as far as you can go pain-free. Bring it back down to eye level and back up, back and forth. Making sure that you're keeping the weight into the wall the whole time, and then slowly building up into a rhythmic back and forth here. As you improve in your comfort level and the shoulder warms up, you may even find that you can go a little higher. And as you do that, you want to attempt to touch your chest to the wall when your arms are in the highest position. Slowly sliding back down. Notice that when I finish, my nose is still 1 inch away from the towel. There are a few simple ways to modify wall slides to set yourself up for success. First and foremost, you need to control the range of motion. It's critical that you only slide as far up the wall as you can while remaining completely pain-free. You cannot get yourself out of pain by inflicting more pain, so control your range of motion. Second, control the amount of weight that you're pressing into the wall, and you do that by how far you position your feet away from the wall. So when first starting out, like I said, you want to use a short distance, about 6 inches when somebody's first starting out with a frozen shoulder. As you get better at the motion and the joint warms up and the body and the mind become less sensitized, you can start increasing the distance that you place your feet from the wall, and this will increase the difficulty of the motion. As far as sets and repetitions for the wall slide, I'll usually have people perform 1 to 2 sets of 15 to 25 repetitions 2 times per day. And there's enough wiggle room within those parameters that most people can adjust the workload to make sure that they're not getting too sore as they rehabilitate their shoulder. Getting really good at performing this one simple movement and its progressions can be an absolute game changer for people suffering from frozen shoulder. It can be the thing that helps to break the cycle of pain and dysfunction so that you can finally restore full range of motion and functionality to your shoulder. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you'll put the information to good use. Before you head out of here, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.